Hi, I want to talk to you today about the SigEnergy gateway. We've got the SigEnergy gateway and the 8 kilowatt inverter and two 8 kilowatt batteries, plus the solar on the roof and the garage. Now, how the SigEnergy gateway works is that if you get a power cut, just here, trips, you go on to backup. So it happens in a millisecond, so you don't know what's happened. They actually send you a message on the app to say you're now over to battery backup, conserve your energy. And well, the problem I've been having is that there's too much electricity in the cable. What I mean by that, the voltage has been too high. We've had nearly 270 volts. And you think that the average British house, everything we use is 230, 240 volts. Yeah, that's what I've been having. And this gateway can't cope with that. The idea, when you go off grid with this, it trips out, or there's a surge, usually just a small surge. It will trip out here and it will reset itself. No one needs to come in here and do anything, it's all automatic. What's been happening for me, because there's so much electricity in there, and by the way, we're on backup now, we're not on the grid. There's been so much electricity in there, that what happens for me is, let's go out to the service box. So here we are at the service box. And what we've got here, obviously the main fuse coming in, into the smart meter, from the smart meter into this 100 amp breaker. And what's been happening here is from this, then you've got this 5-core cable goes into the gateway, and then it comes back from the gateway up through here and to your consumer unit. So there's no way of switching yourself off from this. You're on all of this and through all the gateway all the time. So as you can see there, that's tripped. That's tripped because of the spike in electricity. And you could say, oh, just set that back up, but that'll last about 15 minutes. There'll be another spike in electricity, and then we'll be out again. Let's go back round into the utility. So if I hadn't got battery backup, we wouldn't be having anything now. Let's just take a look at the app. Right, here we got backup event center. So power off. We're off grid here anyway, but power off. What have we got here? Oh look, 269 volts. Phase A, maximum voltage. So that's why the gateway can't cope. And because the gateway can't cope, and it doesn't just trip here, it can't reset itself, because over in the service box that I've just showed you, that trips. So say you go on holiday, you've gone away on holiday, it trips over there, you're only going to be on backup. So it's okay in the summertime, we're getting plenty of electricity now, but in the winter time, I know you're going to be away on holiday, you won't be using so much, but there you are. That's just something I want to point out to. I don't know whether anybody else has had that problem, but UK Power Network aren't giving me the right electricity voltage. There's fluctuations. I had an engineer out here yesterday checking everything out. He's tested all the breakers. He's tested the one that keeps tripping out there. Nothing wrong with anything. I've been on to SigEnergy, and SigEnergy have told me there's nothing wrong with it. They can do a remote check of your system. SigEnergy have checked it all, and their technicians, and they've come back to me telling me that the voltage needs to be wound down in the cables. It's too much voltage. They've got a slight bit of adjustment on this. They can adjust it slightly up, so they can. I think they go to 253, something like that volts, but nowhere near can this deal with nearly 270 volts of power. It just bypasses anything that trips here and takes your fuse off out in your service box. That's why that fuse is out there in the service box, to protect my system. I've been off without electricity now since Friday. So Friday was, we're now Wednesday. So we've been without electricity and relying on solar. And I've got fed up of calling UK Power Network. They're not going to come. They'll do it when they like. So just bear that in mind. Anybody that's out there and you're thinking about getting this system, yeah, it's great and I wouldn't knock it. And you'll probably find, if anyone looks at, you want to study stuff and you want to look up Gary Does Solar. He's brilliant on there. He's switched to this system. The app's great. You've got control of everything. But it's no good having systems as good as this, made in China. Yeah, made in China. When the British bit, us, fly the flag, can't put the right electricity in the system. Okay, over and out.